mothers, welcome back to Raising a Champion, the YouTube channel. As always and forever, this will be a safe space, a judgment-free zone for us to share and engage and talk about the journey of motherhood in a raw and unfiltered way. I think sometimes it's so easy to fall into the trap that motherhood should look like a pretty filtered picture with no flaws and no blemishes, and that's just not the truth. And so the reason why I am so adamant about having this place for us is because I want to be in community, and I'm sure there's other mothers like me who want to be in community with women who want to talk about both the lows and the highs of motherhood. So I wanted to jump on here really quick and address something that's really nagging at my heart. And for me, it's to talk to you guys about the cost of comparison. I don't think sometimes we realize how much we lose when we compare ourselves to other mothers and other women. This thing is costing you your sanity, your peace of mind, your ability to be gentle with yourself through your motherhood process, your confidence. The cost of comparison is one that we can't afford to have as mothers. And so I want to talk to you about the unfiltered, unedited truths of motherhood that you may not find at any other blog. I want to talk to you about 5 realities of motherhood that no other blogger, influencer, celebrity, anyone really wants to talk about. Reality number 1. Sometimes we don't like our damn kids, right? We always love them, but sometimes we just can't stand them. And it's okay to say that. Let me tell you, my baby don't sleep sometimes at night. She want to be on my boob all day long. I can't move somewhere without her on my hip. My 10-year-old jokes 24/7, 7 days. The child never stops cracking funnies, and she all up in here. And then my 13-year-old is like, hey, mom, mommy, like, mom. And there's just some days where I just don't want to be bothered, right? And I think that it should be okay for us to say, I love my kids. I appreciate them. They are the greatest things in my life. And sometimes I just don't feel like being a mama today. Number 2, there will be times that you'll question what your life would look like without your children. And in that moment, the guilt will immediately rise over you and you'll feel horrible for having that thought. But you don't have to. It's okay to have some of these conversations with yourself about where you are in life. And that's really what that is. That's you sitting in the moment of, am I happy or am I at peace with where my life is? This could go one or two ways. So if that feeling comes up over you, you need to see if 1, it's just because you're exhausted and you've had a hell of a day and you're just done with it. Or 2, are you imagining that because you have some dream that has been unfulfilled? And if that's the case, that needs to be deeper explored. But you don't have to feel bad for wondering sometimes if life would look different without your children. Number 3, you can have every intention to get everything right and still get a lot of shit wrong. The beauty of these children is that as long as you're attempting to show up for them, than likely or more times than not, that apology is all they need to pick up and move forward with you. So be okay with making mistakes and be even quicker to them in a happy, wholesome way. As long as you're okay with apologizing to your children when you are in the wrong, they'll forgive you and move forward in this life with you. Forgive yourself. Number 4, and this one is speaking to the mother who has a preteen or a teen or a child that's heading into womanhood or manhood. Your children may not live the life that you designed for them, and that's going to hurt. The reality is that when we bring these children into the world, we begin to craft our idea of what their success looks like, what their future holds, who they should become, and we navigate in a way to get them to what we determine is their success. So don't hold on too tight to what you envision for them, and instead change gears and focus on how to be the best support person that you can for your children. And know that if they happen to fall, who's going to be there to pick them up the way that we always are? They mama. Number 5, your mama was right. There's a lot of things that she said and did that you didn't understand, and now that you become a mother, you get it on a whole nother level. And so I've had to pick up the phone and call my mother and eat crow and say, yep, you were right. And so I think the reality of experiencing motherhood from this standpoint can give you a whole lot more respect for the decisions and the choices that our parents made, seeing that they did what they could with what they had. All right, mommy, so the main thing I want you to remember is that there will be times that you don't like your children, and that's okay. You're going to make mistakes on this journey, and the quicker you can forgive yourself, the easier this process will be. You can access all the resources in the world, and you're still going to make some mistakes. So be gentle with yourself. And when your children don't live the life that you designed for them, your job is to still be their number one fan. And before this is all said and done, you're going to tell your mama she was right. And I know this list is not exhaustive. There are so many other undiscussed realities that I'm sure I'll visit later on. But these are the things I want you to know and remember now. So, mommies, this is by no means, there are way more than 5 realities that we don't get the opportunity to discuss. I'd love for you to take a minute and drop a comment below. What are some of your mommy realities? After that, be sure to like and subscribe so that you can be updated when new content is released. Love you and talk to you soon.